The Opfor is a paramilitary faction that you fight in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and the Remastered. But who are they? At the start of Call of Duty 4, the Opfor is introduced in the mission The Coup, where a faction in the military was able to overthrow the current president Al-Faluni of the newly formed Democratic Arabia that formed after the collapse of a dynasty. It's never really covered by the game why the coup happened, while the coup leader's justification was mostly claiming
جميعنا نثق بهذا الرجل لينقل شعبنا العظيم إلى فترة من الأخرى، لكن مثل ملكنا قبل الثورة كان متواضعا من الغرب ولا يعرف سوى مصلحة الشخصية.
A ruthless leader willing to kill anyone and do anything to get even with his foes. It's unknown why Assad couped the newly established democratic state in Arabia. He stated he was colluding with the West, but this is never shown in the video game. What even makes it weirder is that Khalid al-Assad or the Opfor ideology isn't really shown. But from what we can get from al-Assad's speeches, it's most likely that the ideology is ultra-nationalist of some sort. Or he's a power-hungry dictator who uses speeches to rally people behind his own cause. Or has that happened before? But whatever his true intentions are, Assad goes off and does evil bad guy escapades, earning the right to join the biggest bad boy group in the whole wide world, the Four Horsemen, and earn the super macho manly bad guy name, the Second Horseman, because we all know first is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the hairy chest. But his bad guy escapades will later bite him in the butt when he takes Al-Faluni, the president of the newly established democratic state in Arabia, to the city of Nhgulfwarone and start an era of greatness.
Oh baby, a triple! Oh yeah!
And rage quitting.
I get you! Yo, kid, you're hacking!
Before I hop into the whole US invasion thing and all that other stuff, I think it should be important that we know what land does the Opfor own. While the Call of Duty Wikia alludes that the Opfor was invading and occupying countries, some fans debate and think that the Middle East is different from ours. So maybe it's one that didn't have the Sykes-Picot agreement. Maybe. But from the maps of the game, what we do know is that the Opfor most likely owns all of Arabia, southern Iraq, and Kuwait. Following the death of Al-Faluni, the US conducted an invasion, with one of our characters partaking on an air assault on an Arabian coastal city. Now where the invasion starts is debated. Some fans think this happened in Kuwait City, Kuwait, while others think it took place in the Hijaz region in the city of Nhgulfwarone. But whatever the city is, amid the fighting, we find out and see that the Marines and Opfor troops partake in urban combat, mostly reminiscent of days of Hugh and Fallujah. This is repeated throughout the entire Opfor theater, as the Opfor tries to use its numbers to hold out in huge cities. We see this reaching its climax in the Battle of the Capital, as the player fights wave and wave against Opfor troops and even against APCs and tanks and other cool stuff, until...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're in for some shots. Hang on. Check in your next hour. All U.S. forces be advised. We have a confirmed nuclear threat in the city. Desk teams are on site and attempting to disarm. I repeat, we have a confirmed Everyone, hang on!
And within a matter of seconds, over 30,000 American troops were killed, and countless civilians and Opfor troops killed too. After the nuking of the capital and the fall of the Opfor government, more hardcore members fled to where every armed group flees to, the Hindu Kush. We later hear about the Opfor in Modern Warfare 2, and it seems fairly well for them. While it seems like the US was trying to fix the long-term effects of an MRAP Zakhaev plot to nuke the entire east coast of the United States, the Opfor was able to set up base in a city. Now, one weird thing about the Opfor in Afghanistan is that the Opfor speaks Arabic and not Pashto. If you don't know, Pashto is the main language spoken in Afghanistan, not Arabic, which would mean that most to all of the Opfor supporters and survivors come from the Arabic-speaking world. But unluckily for the Opfor, the US then found out about this city and conducted a military operation into the city and once again dislodged the Opfor without having a nuke being detonated on them. So good job there, guys.
Ramirez!
And like so, the Opfor died in the Kush.